The Girl Who Dared from 1944 was a mystery film about a group of strangers who are stranded on a remote island where a murder has taken place. Who did it? Well, I'll give a brief summary of the film, spoiler-free, and then give some closing thoughts. So the story here is that there's this group of people. They have been sent invitations to attend a ghost hunt at their friend's manor on a remote island. But upon arriving, they find that their host, Beau Richmond, played by actor John Hamilton, actually did not send out the invitations. In fact, he doesn't know who did. But he goes ahead and makes arrangements just the same to put them all up for the night, and they will still go ahead with the ghost hunt anyway. So once everyone is settled in, they go a ghost hunting, and they head to the water to the ruins of a 100-year-old shipwreck that clearly looks like a painting, but that's all good. And soon they see a ghost, and admittedly, it's a little silly.
Look, there it is.
Well, this shocking special effect is a little too much for the character Sylvia, actress Veda Ann Borg, and she faints. However, they soon determine that she hasn't actually fainted, but she's been stabbed to death. Whoa. So they return to the manor, but are unable to make any calls off the island to the police, as apparently the phone lines have all been cut. And all of the vehicles on the island have been disabled as well. Wow, what is going on? So the character of Rufus Blair, played by actor Peter Cookson, kind of takes on the investigation and winds up working with another guest, Anne Carroll, played by Lorna Gray. But can the two of them working together get to the bottom of things on this spooky island? Well, you'll need to watch this film for yourself to find out. No spoilers. So, The Girl Who Dared was released in 1944 by Republic Pictures and was directed by Howard Bretherton and written by John K. Butler. And it was based on the 1942 novel Blood on Her Shoe by Medora Field. And this was a short and enjoyable movie. It's a mystery set in an old, dark, spooky mansion on a spooky island. And, there were not a lot of big names to this one, but there were a few that did stand out to me. There was Kirk Alyn in this film. He played Superman in the 1948 serial. And also, on that note, John Hamilton played Perry White in The Adventures of Superman in the 1950s. He was also in The Phantom Killer from 1942 that I've reviewed recently on my channel. And, I enjoyed seeing Peter Cookson as the lead, basically this mechanic character of Blair, who kind of arrives there and helps solve the mystery. And I think this might be the first film I've seen him in. And I thought he was really good. And it's weird to me, there's a familiarity to him, like he could be, I don't know, Gregory Peck's younger brother or something. Lorna Gray also brought a good performance as the character of Anne Carroll. Presumably, she is the Girl Who Dared of the title of the film, which admittedly is sort of an odd title for a film, but I guess she dared to solve the mystery together with Blair near the end of the film. And I like the mystery story here and how it all plays out, but I will say that the plot element of stolen radium, we get into this near the end of the film, I don't know. It's a little goofy to me how casually characters will treat radium, with Blair casually holding a lead tube with his bare hand that had apparently contained radium. No concern about residual contamination or anything like that. But I was a D- science student, so if I'm off with my scientific knowledge about handling radium, you can let me know in the comments below. But that's a minor gripe. And it was an otherwise enjoyable mystery film with a nice little spooky component and a mystery to solve. And I'm a big fan of the creepy old mansion story device. We get a bunch of strangers in a house, the phone lines are cut, the cars are disabled, and they're all stranded there, leaving everyone trapped and suspicious of one another, and ultimately trying to solve the murder. It was all great. And, things like the thunder rumbling through the night outside of the old house. And a part I especially liked was when Blair was creeping outside in the dark at night. It's got that heavy, foggy atmosphere. Kind of reminds you of an old Universal monster film. Anyhow, one final observation, and then I will wrap up. When I watch an old movie, I love exposition radio. Watch this scene right here.
And now for your local news, Atlanta.
Well, not too much to say about this one. That was The Girl Who Dared from 1944. I thought it was a well-done murder mystery set on an island with good performances, an enjoyable story to follow along, and the excellent creepy old house vibe. It was a nifty old Republic film, and I think it's one that's worth checking out.